Hello, class. I want to take a couple minutes of your time talk about Samuel Davies' article to Joseph Bellamy titled "The Protestant Dissenters in Virginia." Davies, of course, was a pastor, and it had been argued in the lecture videos. He easily argued the greatest pastor America's ever seen. But during this time, the mid 1700s, and Davies was describing to Bellamy in this letter there was a real struggle for religious freedom, particularly for the Baptist and Presbyterians. And Davies lays out what's going on as far as the struggles go, and this really set the tone for the American Revolution, and it helped secure religious freedom for so many. Not only during that time, of course, we enjoy the fruits of that labor even today through the likes of James Madison, Thomas Jefferson, and they played a big part of this. But in the letter to Bellamy, Davies lets him know how bad things were. During that time, we had Baptists being beaten, thrown in jail. And thankfully for those men such as Davies, Jefferson, and Madison, they helped bring about the religious freedom through political change. And through that, we reap the benefits of that today. EncyclopediaVirginia.org said about Davies, at issue was whether the Act of Toleration should accommodate evangelical ministries. Virginia authorities willingly licensed ministers for settled dissenters, such as the Scott-Irish communities, then populating the Shenandoah Valley. But clergymen resented the efforts, as one petition phrased it, to seduce parishioners from their lawful teachers. Now, Davies had argued that as long as he sought permission from the government, he had the right to as many licenses that were needed, and they were preventing change of conscience, which was not realistic in the intent of the Toleration Act. Times were certainly tough. Basically, what that boils down to, times were certainly tough, especially for the Scott-Irish during this time, the Baptists, the Presbyterians. And Davies knew how hard times were, and he was explaining that to Bellamy in this letter. And thankfully, through men like Davies, Jefferson, and Madison, we enjoy the fruits of their labor from the mid 1700s. Thank you for your time, and thank you for listening.